Hello Aries, and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is a reading for you for the second half of December 2020. So it's not just for 1 week, it's from the 14th of December through to the end. And that's because during this festive time, I know we're all busy, but I get very busy preparing and then feasting and then recuperating, and I'm worried I won't have time to do a weekly reading at that time for 12 zodiac signs. So I'm doing it for the last half of December. And from then on, I think I will keep it as a fortnightly reading because I've now got full-time work and I don't have the time I did initially to do a reading every week for the 12 signs. So, having said that, Aries, this is your reading for the second half of December 2020. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And this is the Compendium of Witches Oracle that I'm using to draw a couple of cards just to start your reading off with. So let's see what words of wisdom the mysterious oracle has for Aries for the second half of December 2020. What messages, okay, there's a message. What messages are there for Aries for the second half of December? What does Aries need to know? Oh, well, look, that's such a lovely card. It's fell out like that. You can have it. This is cornucopia. This is, a bounty. Things coming to fruition in a good way, a positive way. And you've got light also came out for you. That's finding a clear way ahead. And that's towards your bounty, your harvest. This is wonderful. So the light's about, gaining wisdom, enlightenment, finding that truth maybe from within, but certainly, something lighting the way, barriers being moved and a clear path ahead of you, and fruition, abundance coming your way. That's lovely, lovely energies. Let's see where the rest of the reading goes. Let's see what's on the cards for Aries for the second half of December 2020. What messages are here for Aries for the second half of December? What does Aries need to know? So this is the Llewellyn Tarot. I have trimmed it, that's why it's small. But it's beautiful, beautiful. And I'll be using it to draw an 8-card spread for you. The first 2 cards depicting you, where you are now. Oh, okay, dear, they're falling all over. The second 2 cards highlighting the challenges you face at this time. The following 2 cards offering some guidance from Spirit, and then the final 2 cards revealing your possible outcome. So let's see what you get. Oh, you have death. But don't worry, that's about transition, change. And you have the Page of Wands. So from an ending, there's putting a new idea, a new initiative into action. Make sure they're all getting in. Then you've got Temperance, and the King of Swords as your challenges, and your guidance from Spirit is the 9 of Pentacles and the Star. And then you've got the 8 of Swords and the Knight of Cups in your outcome row, and the Ten of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. The Ten of Wands is all about arduous tasks, about taking on a burden, taking on a big project perhaps, and carrying it on your own, sometimes through difficulties, but a long way. And that's towards stability and security. So it's taking on responsibility. This fellow is bringing the firewood home. So that's the responsibility to provide security and comfort. But yeah, you're sort of carrying a load here, a heavy burden. And something has ended. The Death shows a transitional stage as you leave something behind, and that leaving that behind may be difficult, it may be unwelcome, but it's a change that's inevitable, and from that ending a new beginning arises, and it's accepting that ending and embracing the new beginning that's important here. And sort of it throws you into a position of wanting to harness a potential and explore it. And this potential has the possibilities of growth around it. It's something that can bring stability and security and wealth into your life, things of value, whatever is of value to you coming into your life. So there you go, from accepting an ending, embracing the positive outcomes, the new potentials it brings, and exploring them with a sense of adventure and passion. But as you do that, your challenge is to maintain a balance. Temperance is all about calm, balance, and harnessing two different energies and gently mixing them together, bringing them together in order to create something that seemed impossible. But this is a challenge for you, so there's your challenge, is to harness this energy, and it may involve maintaining balance. It may involve mixing two different elements successfully in order to kick off something, to create something amazing. The King of Swords suggests that outside decisions may be hindering you. They may seem not unfair, but unbending, unyielding, and difficult to work with because they're so rigid. And maybe that's where the temperance comes in. Sort of being a bit malleable here, working within constraints, that rules and regulations that are set out from outside forces higher than you, and using your own, mixing that, being able to blend that constraint with your desire to move something adventurous forward. The King of Swords, he may be unyielding, but he is fair. This is someone of sound reasoning. So this constraint is just and fair and deliberate. It's honest, and it has its roots in integrity. So it's working with that. Working within that is your challenge, because the surge of creativity that the Page of Wands signifies it's sort of difficult to temper that, but there's your challenge, to temper it. And then your guidance from Spirit suggests with using discipline, self-discipline is needed in order to build up this into something that can be well established, deeply rooted, and yield a good harvest. and bring you that abundance, that cornucopia. But the discipline is needed, the intent, the slow, steady progress needs to be made with focus and deliberation. But, whatever this surge of energy is, whatever this adventurous spirit is, this idea, this potential, this is something that brings you renewed hope and joy after a difficult ending. This is something that is a wish that you can fulfill, a dream that you can make come true. The star is about fulfilling wishes. It's renewed hope and joy. As a new day begins, as a new dawn follows, a long and difficult night. So it sort of suggests you're on the right track. Follow that star, follow that dream, but use discipline, use focus and hard work, because the results will be bountiful for you. And it brings you to seeing a way out, where you're having a difficulty with working within constraints and feeling tied down. It's a matter of, it sort of shows that you'll find a new perspective and be able to move out from that through a change of the way you look at things, finding that light, finding the answer, and that clears the path ahead for you. The Eight of Swords is about feeling bound down and that you feeling trapped, but what creates that entrapment is your perception, because the Eight of the Swords is all about the mind, so it's how you perceive things. So a change of mind opens the path for you and lights the way, and it brings you to an offer. The Knight of Cups is about a sincerely given, deeply meaningful offer that is brought to you. In this particular reading, that's what I get, like an offer. It could be a love offer, a new love. It could be a job offer. It's an offer for something that you love, but it sort of certainly bodes well for new things coming your way, new things being offered to you, and it's something that brings you joy. And with the Knight of Cups, these offers are always sincerely felt at the time. So there you have it, Aquarius, with a lot of hard work and persistent dedication at something, a new inspiration that arises after an ending, something ending in its natural cycle. If you're able to temper your sense of your spirit of determination and adventure, and work with certain constraints that you feel are hemming you in, you may gain a new perspective and see them in a new light and see the way forward. And your Nine of Pentacles and the Star suggests that this is a dream worth following. This is an idea worth pursuing, because if you put in the work and if you maintain the focus and if you work with the constraints, finding that balance and working with the constraints, you can bring in a bountiful harvest. I mean, that picture is just so glorious, beautiful. And, that's why I think you got the Ten of Wands. This is what you're taking on. What this new beginning is, this new hope and this dream, is something that requires fortitude, that requires you to maintain focus, but also take on responsibility. And this is something you're going to have to work at for a long time, but it will grow, and it will bring you to a place of security, a place of warmth, stability, and abundance. But it's a long road, it's a long path, and it sort of ends in an offer, a sincere and heartfelt offer that is linked with what makes you happy, what makes you joyful. So it's beautiful energies, really. So there you have it, Aries. A bountiful harvest if you work towards it with discipline and focus.
I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you.
And if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons, and then enjoy the rest of the year, and may the festive season be a good one for you. And God bless you till we meet again.